Hello everyone, Solana from Naturalana Says, just checking in with you again. So on the topic of self-awareness, one of the aspects of it is self-trust. So once you know sort of who you are, where you stand, sort of what's going on with you, you have to have the ability to also trust yourself and trust your guidance. And so that's something where if you ask most people, do they trust themselves? Of course they do. Of course, I make decisions. I know what I want. I know what's best for me. Kind of that defensive posture. But you also have to look at actions. When there's a decision to be made, how often are you asking other people? How often are you shifting sort of what you think you want based on what's acceptable, what's not acceptable to other people? And this is a subtle process. So it's not always very clear cut. Okay, I'm changing my mind because Bob did something different. But it is something to pay attention to. And that's separate from asking advice and checking in with people to get perspective, certainly. But it's important to have the trust where you know your own guidance. So I had an incident today, not an incident, but a situation where an opportunity was presented to me regarding work, another shift opportunity. And I thought about it, I had some anxiety about it, but I was like, oh, I think I want to. Like intellectually, I was like, all right, Alana, this is not your ideal for X number of reasons. Here's the thing. But I decided to run it by someone. And he was sharing with me, okay, that can be really exhausting. These are the issues. Do you really want to do that? And then I got to the point where I was like, Alana, that's what you want to do. Like, yes, intellectually, you understand the challenges of what it is you want to do, but you want to do it. And so I wanted to share with you one way that I learned to discern discern internal guidance. So I don't know if you've ever had the experience of sort of feeling sort of anxiety, trepidation, which is the word we give to feeling either like fluttering butterflies in our stomach or maybe in our chest. We tend to define it as anxiety. You can also define it as excitement, but that's another topic for another day. But when you have that, sometimes I think we rule it as, ooh, so that's bad, so that means no. But that's not actually the case. There's a level under it you want to pay attention to. So even if you're experiencing kind of anxiety, because even something that's good for you can still feel that way, because if it's unfamiliar or potentially uncomfortable, we're like, ooh, that equals bad, but that's not necessarily the case. So when you sit with the feeling and you sit with that experience and you think about the decision and you sort of embody the decision. So think of it as, even if you close your eyes, kind of imagine. So imagine if I were doing this, or I was choosing this option versus that option, and just let yourself sit with, okay, I wonder how I would feel. I wonder what my experience would be. And then what you want to look for is contraction or expansion, basically meaning opening and closing. So something can feel, you got that anxiety, you got that nervous, like, ooh, oh no. But does it ultimately feel like your heart is opening up around it? Even with the anxiety? That's something you probably want to move toward. Versus something that you feel kind of negative anxiety about, and you can also feel that closing. That's your body saying, That's not only unfamiliar and uncomfortable, that's not for me. So it's a little subtle way to kind of have a little bit more trust in yourself and your decisions, and figuring out, how do I discern when I can have very similar physical sensations? How do I decide when my body's trying to tell me, we can consider that, versus my body truly trying to tell me, no, this is not for me. Hope that was helpful. I will see you all next time. Again, this is Alana from Naturalana Says. Take care.